All right, seventh hole, really good par four. About 410 yards here. The pin's in the back. This one is sometimes a driver or a 3-wood. I think with the pin in the back, driver makes sense. Unless I'm going to play short of that fairway trap up there, but it's not a whole lot of wind. Usually if there's not a whole lot of wind, with a well-struck ball, can carry the left trap. So with the pin up front here, I'm more likely to maybe lay back where there's a little bit more fairway because you got to control your spin a little bit more with that front pin. With the back pin here, even if I end up in the rough, you can still sort of chase one back there and let it release. So the wind is in. I think it's also a little bit off the right. It should be. I thought the tee shot on 6 was going to end up in the right trees, but the wind just slightly held it even though I pushed it. So I'm going to try and really hit that same shot I tried to hit off of 6. Just a small fade right up the middle and slightly hold the wind. If I don't fade it and I hit it well, I should carry the left bunker. If I over fade it, hopefully again the wind hits it with the wind off the right a little bit, and it'll stop short hopefully of that tree line. Almost the same drive from 6. It's either in the right side of the fairway or just barely in the right rough. All right, 140 in the right rough. I just slightly out to the right, but the wind held it. That was kind of the risk with driver. It wasn't that bad of a shot, but the fairway gets really tight up here. So, but I got 140 to the flag. It's a decent lie. The rough's not too bad right now and it's soft. So being in the rough here to the back flag, not a huge issue, at least today. Pitching wedge is usually like a 132, 134 kind of shot, but out of the rough, it's probably going to come out a little bit knuckly. I've got a decent lie, but I got some grass behind it, so I don't think it's going to come out with much spin. So even slightly into the breeze like this, I wouldn't expect the wind to hit it very much. I could hit a small 9, but I'd rather take the hard wedge here. Try and land it just short of the flag, maybe that 134, 135 number. Hit it pretty aggressively, and hopefully it doesn't have much spin when it lands and even releases just a little bit. I'm gonna go right at it and just hit a full pitching wedge. Should be just left of the hole and just short of the hole. It did come out kind of knuckly, but it came out kind of slow. The rough just kind of beat it up a little more than I thought. Should have released. Yeah, I landed here. Probably only landed really like 128. Maybe a 126, released to 128. Good place to putt from, just a little longer than maybe hoped, but that's what you get when you drive it in the rough. Now this should be uphill the whole way. It's going to want to go left until it gets to maybe in here, and then it's going to flatten out. I don't think it's going to go right, but play it about a foot outside the hole. Really more about the speed here anyways. that's devastating. So could have maybe hit a little better tee shot, could have maybe hit 9 instead of wedge, or just tried to blast the wedge. All right, we got 204 to the pin. Wind's in and a little off the left, mostly off the left. Pin's on the middle right, kind of up on a tier. I'm gonna try and just hit this in the middle of the green. I've got 4-iron. I'm gonna slightly choke down. Probably aim left center of the green. If the wind happens to move it all the way over to the pin, then great. But middle of the green here would be great. Nice 210, small fade. Slightly high on the face, but right in the middle of the... All right, pretty good shot. Kind of exactly where I was trying to hit it. Landed probably 208, 209. Released just past that. A little bit downhill the whole way. It's going to want to go to my right, at least for the first half, and then probably start to straighten out just a little bit. So I'm going to play this about a cup outside the left. Second half shouldn't really break too much to the right. More about speed here, but I probably pulled it a little bit, but also broke more to the right than I expected. All right, 9th hole, 400-yard par 4, pins up in the front, slightly into the breeze and left to right. Pretty honest finishing hole to the side. I'm gonna take it up the left center, try and hit the same shot I've been hitting really the whole time here, slightly tee it down. Just a straight pull, but maybe in the fairway or just in the rough. All right, 123 to the hole, a little uphill and into the wind. Probably playing more like 130. Really don't want this ball to finish past the front flag here on 9. Pretty fast putting back to it, so if anything, just short here is good. I've got a terrible lie. It's kind of sitting down in a hole. And there's a little clump of grass on the left side, which I would probably expect to slightly tug on the club through the hit and maybe pull it a little bit to the left. So I'm gonna go right at this. If it pulls it a little left and comes out good, fine. If it doesn't come out so good, hopefully it's just short or right of the hole. It came out pretty bad, so it came up short of the hole. There's one up here. Yeah, there's one up here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not too bad.
Yeah, good. Who cares? It's Friday, right?
Yeah, it's a nice day. All right, I've not a very good result here on the second shot, but I've left the ball in the right spot below the hole. So a pretty straightforward chip up the hill here. I've got lob wedge. I'm just going to play with a square face. I've got a little more green to work with than I had on 6. I'm going to try and fly this with the lob wedge about halfway from the fringe to the pin. We'll pass the hole, but